So hi everyone, my name is Randy, and I had the unbelievable honor of having East Stroudsburg University ask me to do their commencement speech this past year. What an honor, guys. Oh my gosh, when President Long called me, I was so ecstatic. I started writing immediately. I wrote about 80 pages, and I had to boil it down, but I wanted to put a version out into the world that anybody could watch anytime. You see, my mission in life is to add value to other people's lives. And what an opportunity for a commencement speech. Oh my gosh, guys. President Long, I'm so grateful for you. Provost Ball, oh my God, I love your smiley face. I'm so thankful. And you know, I went to East Stroudsburg. So to the faculty members of East Stroudsburg that make it happen every day, we love you. Thank you, thank you. And man, this year's graduating class, 2023 in the spring, congratulations, guys. Oh my gosh, a whole new world is opening up to you. You're gonna have a brand new sentence. Forever, you can say these words. I graduated from East Stroudsburg University. I love that, right? You're going to find yourself saying that all throughout your life, and you've earned that sentence. You've worked so hard, and you endured to be able to say that sentence. But I got to tell you, you're not the only ones that have endured. Let's hear it for the parents, right? The grandparents, the friends, everyone that supported you to get to this day. Oh my God, it's such an honor to be part of your day. I couldn't wait to share something with you. I couldn't wait. I mean, last night, I didn't sleep at all last night. It's absolutely life-changing. But before I jump in, I think it should only be fair to tell you something. You all should know that your entire college experience, the whole thing, it's been a head fake. I know. You know what a head fake is, right? When you're learning something, you don't really know you're learning it. That's a head fake. And ESU is so good at this stuff. Oh my God. So what do you think? President Long, should we let him in on it? What do you think? Should we do it? Let's make it happen. You all thought you were learning things like English and math and science and stuff like that, but no. All the years that you've been at college, it's been about building your character. That's what it's really been about. You see, at ESU, they build warriors. You've been building things like grit. You've been building determination, follow through, commitment, persistence, and honor. It's who you had to become to earn the right to sit in this room. That's what really matters. Now listen real close here, really close. Your character is always higher than your intellect, and it always will be. The real tests were not happening in the classrooms. It was all a front. Those weren't the real tests. They were happening in all those quiet moments when you were alone and you wanted to quit, but you didn't. That was the test that you were up against. To be in this room, you had to win 1,000 little moments. And usually it was when you were alone and you pushed through. You see, you had to discipline your will to be stronger than your desire for comfort. And we all know that is no small task. To be in this room, you all had to say yes to working hard, yes to success, yes to becoming a better version of who you were yesterday. You see, when you set the goal to graduate, you couldn't achieve that goal. That is until you turned into who you are today. What matters more than the goal, though, is who you had to become to achieve that goal. And this is exactly how the rest of your life should work. It's who you need to become. You were born with nothing but potential. When you were born, that's all you had. You're just a pile of potential. Just keep saying yes to your potential. Just keep saying it and never stop saying it. Say it to everybody around you. Tell them, I say yes to my potential. Tell everyone. You know, you all see my gray hair, right? I've been around long enough. I've been around long enough to know that no one in the world achieves your level of success, top 1%, by the way, without someone else's help. No one gets there alone. Whether it's your parents, your grandparents, your wife, your husband, a relative, friends, God, someone believed in you before you believed in you. It always goes like that. When I was younger, my mom, guess who it was? You guessed it. My mom, Sandy Dietrich. She stood at 5'5". She was an unstoppable force. A single mom with no education and 2 boys to raise. Challenging stuff, right? Man, she was the first to say yes to my dreams. She was the first to say yes to my brother's dreams. In fact, she'd say it all the time. She would look into her eyes and she would say, boys, you see, your life is going to be very simple because all you're going to have to do with your life is pursue all the dreams you have with every single bit of imagination that God gave you, and always ignore the false sense of fear in your life. Guys, that's the recipe for any life. I mean, talking about the most upbeat, positive, enthusiastic person you'd ever meet. You think I'm upbeat? I'd be like, Mom, relax. It's just a sandwich. I'm so not kidding. And my God, the most smiley person you'd ever come across. She practiced something that we all should know. Everyone should know this. The world is full of hundreds of languages, and a smile speaks in all of them. Mom knew that. She spoke every language with her expressions, with her attitude. Mom made everything better and everything brighter. Everywhere she went, everything was better and everything was brighter. You could say that she was salt and light. You get it? Everything's better, everything's brighter. In fact, you all could use that sentence. It can almost free you up. The next time anybody ever asks you, what are you going to do with your life? Just always say to them, I'm going to be salt and light. Everywhere I go, I make everything better and everything brighter. That's all I do. Because we all know the answers change in life. You'll do a million things throughout your life, but always be salt and light. So today's the day we think about the words that matter, the words that got you here today, words like character, integrity, determination. Man, you're determined. Commitment, persistence, honor, and a lot of hope in your future. That's what got you here today. These words are the words that will take you to where you want to go tomorrow. My mom, oh my God, she knew the power of living in the moment. I can remember her saying to me as a young kid, she'd go, Randy, this is your life. It's happening right here, right now. And it really is ending 1 minute at a time. She would say, the start button, it's already been pushed. Stop waiting for anyone to ever say go to you. The word go has already been said. She had a saying, she made it up and it was written everywhere in her house, guys. She would say, get on it, stay on the Do It Now program. It was everywhere. It was on the refrigerators, on the sliding glass doors, it was in the bathrooms, it was everywhere. Do It Now program. She would say to me, don't you ever put something off today, something you should do today to tomorrow. Because what's gonna happen is you'll put it off tomorrow. And then you're gonna wake up 20 years later and your life will have passed you by. Do it now. You'll hear people say that they're late on their bills, but I bet you'll never hear someone say that they're late on their dreams. Now that should be the concern of all of our lives. Man, say yes to your life's purpose and just never stop saying it. Say it every day. Say yes to everything. I can tell you with absolute conviction, me, Mom, and my brother Britt, I like to say that we were the richest poor people you'd ever meet. But when you have hope in your future, it brings power to your present. We had nothing, but we had everything. Everything that really mattered. I'm talking about things like anticipation, motivation, love, and lots of hope in the future. You know, if I ever had a bad attitude in the house, I'm walking around, I'm 12, 13 years old, my mom, she'd start sniffing the air. And she'd say, what's that I smell? She'd go, oh, it's your attitude. And then she would remind me, she said, Randy, by the way, you didn't choose life. Life chose you. She would say, don't you think for a split second that life owes you anything? Because you didn't choose life. It chose you to be here. And since no one chose to be born, the question we should ask ourselves is, what does life expect of me? Suddenly, with this question, you're humble with a servant's heart, and magically, problems become opportunities, and with that, life becomes limitless. You know, you're looking at a guy right now who's been chasing his dreams for the past 40 years. Recently, my wife and I, my wife, she's a little redhead, she's so pretty. We started Blue Ridge Winery. Today, there's like 122 people that work at the company, and I bet you 50 of them are under the age of 25. Blue Ridge is a magnet for motivated young people. I brought some of the rock stars with me, guys. I pointed them out in the audience. They're a lot like the people that are in the audience. I brought along Tony and Noah. Did you know Tony and Noah, at age 14, they convinced their mom to pull them into the winery. They get out, they walk in. They walked up to me and they go, we're here to ask for a job? I'm like, what are you guys, 9? You know, like they look like kids. They go, no, today's our birthday. We're 14 today. We can work now. I go, oh my God, get the paperwork. Let's go. Any young people that want to achieve great things at a young age, sign me up. Put them in my life, please, because I want to be part of their story. Because age happens naturally. Wisdom, responsibility, dependability, man, you got to work for that stuff. You can trust the keys of the kingdom to those young men. Then you got David, Nathaniel, and Jaden. These guys are rock stars. They run the wine cellar. Blue Ridge produces 70,000 gallons of wine per year. That's a lot of wine. We're everywhere. The Wegmans, the ShopRite, the Giants, the Weisses, the Hampton Hill, the hotels. We're everywhere. People think there's a big giant wine processing plant. Nope. It's those 3 spectacular young men. The reason I brought them to the graduation is because they are living proof that you can be responsible, dependable, determined at any age. Tiff and I see how much they value things like integrity, determination, commitment, persistence, honor, and lots of hope. So we just decided, let's just build a business around that. Amazing, right? Then there's Matthew. Oh my gosh, if you haven't met Matthew, find Matthew, seek him out, guys. Oh my God, Matthew, his mom's proud of him, I'm proud of him, the world is proud of this guy. And proud is such an important word. Matthew is living proof that anything's possible. Did you know, at age 19, that guy had an MBA? Do the math on that one. Crazy, right? Then he opens a medical supply company, then he sells it, then he wrote a book called Faster Accomplishments. You can pre-order it today. Google it, you'll find it. He's 22 years old today. He's such a loser, isn't he? I love that guy. When given the chance to ever speak to young people, I always tell them this. I want them to know that throughout their lives, if they do make millions of dollars and they create big businesses, and in the process of it all, they were to lose their family, health, and friends, I'm sorry, because you're not a success. Because we all know, at the end of the whole thing, you will be willing to trade all the money for family, health, and friends. They're to do us so well. Seek them out, shake their hands, guys. Oh my God. You'll know you're a success when the people closest to you think the most of you. That's when you're a success. My mom's been my role model my whole life. Even while raising 2 boys, did you know that she graduated from East Stroudsburg University? Right, what a warrior, right? She sat right in that room at age 56. She graduated. In fact, I wore her graduation gown during the presentation. She lent it to me. But then 30 days later, we had a nightmare. But no one was sleeping. My mom was diagnosed with cancer for the 5th time. But you know, she always says yes to life, and she always finds a way to beat cancer. Nothing can ever kill my mom. I mean, 10 years before she graduated from college, she was admitted to hospice. She just never went. I can still remember her ripping up the diagnosis and throwing it away, saying, not on me. They're not claiming that on me. In closing, can I tell you a story that changed my life? It's a moment that changed my everything, guys. You see, my mom was going through a stem cell transplant. And when they do that, what they do is they take white blood cells out of your body, put them through a centrifuge, and then put the clean ones back into you, and hopefully it'll grow new clean blood. The problem with this is, though, if you catch a cold, it can kill you. Because white blood cells fight off colds. And you don't have any. It was November. And my mom caught a cold. I'm in the room, the monitors lit up, and they're screaming at the room as if they were feeling the pain. And the room was flooded with doctors and nurses. They gathered around the bed, and within seconds, there's one guy at the foot of the bed with his fingers in the air like a conductor, and everybody else is intently looking at this guy. Guys, this was leadership on steroids. 16 hands, 1 mind. You all listen to me. Are we ready? He goes, put the head down, pump this in, breathing tube in, hit her with that. I remember him saying, give her a second to respond. And it was about 60 seconds later, the monitors lit up again. We're going to leave oncology now. We're heading downstairs to intensive care. And you can picture it. There's a long hallway with just the elevator doors at the end. And there goes my mom. The breathing tube is in. The IVs are everywhere, even coming out of her feet. But you know what the only thing I could see going down that hallway was? It was my mom's big thumb in the air. I'm thinking, oh my God, Mom. If you can hang on to a positive attitude in a moment like this, well, guess what? I have no excuse for the rest of my life, because anything I'm going through is easy compared to dying for a minute. People ask, how can one person change the world? Well, the fact is, the only thing that's ever changed the world is one person. You all have a chance right here, right now, to live a life where your great-grandchildren of your great-grandchildren will feel the positive impact of your life. That's the way to live a life. I spent most of my life on my mom's shoulders, just making her proud. Today, I'm on my wife's shoulders. I'm on Tommy D, Dick James. We all need mentors to look up to. Let's take a moment. We just stop and we think. We think about integrity. We think about hope. We think about enthusiasm, honor, empathy. These things are free. And they're available to anyone. And they're the building blocks of success that will lead you to living a life of significance. You see, it's easy to achieve success. Significance, though, that's where it's at. I hope that every single one of you choose to pursue all your dreams with every single bit of imagination that God gave you. And I hope you decide to make your parents proud. That's what I want to do. I love you all. Write out a personal mission statement for your life. Read it every day. Pursue it every day. My mission is to add value to people's lives. So every day, that's what I do. In fact, we're doing a mastermind. It's designed around this. It's hosted at the winery Sunday, the 21st, 2 o'clock. It's called Really Achieving Your Childhood Dreams. Just pop in, it's free. I promise you, 60 minutes will change your life. Because after all, isn't life really about fulfilling your childhood dreams? It's those of us that are bold enough to pursue our childhood dreams that are going to leave a legacy. So my mom would say to you all, just be salt and light everywhere you go. Life chose you. Enjoy your life. After all, anything's possible. Let's use it to our advantage. I love you.